we return, and we start off again, as every session of Tomb Raider must, by reading a journal.
After a fortnight, I was at last granted an audience with Her Majesty, Himiko of Yamatai. I must confess, she is unlike any woman I have ever encountered. Beautiful, yet inscrutable, calculating even. She surrounds herself with her priestesses of the sun. No men attend her, save the general of her armies. When I met with her alone, I came to realize that she is not at all what she seems. I was sent by my lord to spy on her, to assess the strength of her armies. But now, I feel she is the one assessing me. My lord has perhaps underestimated the threat of Yamatai. Though I cannot gauge the true strength of her storm god, I cannot deny a powerful feeling that the Sun Queen should not be trifled with.
So apparently some Chinese ambassador was sent to deal with a Japanese empirical island nation. Okay, and also Lara can just speed read ancient Chinese. Again. Okay. I mean, with some of these, I guess you could say, like, those are her thoughts, having translated this stuff after the adventure is already over. But it's still kind of ridiculous how she can, like, just pick up this hundreds of thousands of years ancient scroll written in a long dead Asian characters and just be like, oh yeah, this is what it says. It's like, really? Is that really? You can just read that? Okay, whatever. Anyway, bird eggs. Scavenger hunt the game because it doesn't even need to make sense. Just collect things for no reason. Oh, I thought there was a statue. I could have sworn there was a statue. Oh well, whatever. We can't explore this entire area yet because, as you probably noticed, there's a lot of stuff that's like, oh, come back here when you got the right equipment. It's like, okay. So right now we're just gonna focus on what the game wants us to do. Like, jump through this? Ah, fuck! I did not mean to do that. My bad. Let's try that again. Jump through this airplane! Yeah, ew, showered with skeleton. Gross. Of course. Echo the bird! Your soul is mine now, bird. This music is a little Silent Hilly if you listen to it. It's like, it reminds me a little bit of a track from Silent Hill. Yeah. Ah! Ah! I'm stupid! Oh. That was embarrassing. I'm really bad at this. Okay, skeletons. Blah blah blah. Yeah, lightning just so happens to strike right there, right now, I'm sure. The weather on this island is just weird. Like, random lightning strikes aside. There's some parts of the game later on where you're just gonna be like, no, what? No. Try again. Go away. Go home, game. You're drunk. Go home, island. Okay, might as well go along this fucking airplane that's tipping all over the place, and oh god. Jump! Knew that was gonna happen, because I've played this before. How do you know? Ooh, look. The wolf paws are all highlighted. Plus you can kind of hear a little, like, you know, on the TV when they say, like, get the fuck out of here, there's a flood coming on the TV, that noise, that you can kind of hear that. Fucking wolves!
I just want the pack. That's all.
Jeez. Okay, even for a wolf, this is kind of a lot of skeletons. I'm just saying. Like, kind of a ridiculous amount of skeletons. Yeah, just shove that medical kit in our pocket, whatever.
Quiet. Okay, got to get this back to Roth.
Maybe the wolf would just let us go, you know? I mean, we didn't do anything to him. Oh shit! Shh. Whirl the stick! Whirl the stick! Fuck you! Get the fuck away! Oh no! We got it! Yeah. There's a lot of crazy ways to die in this game. There's like a YouTube video somewhere showing off all the different like death animations for failing QTEs. I do not want to show them off. I want to live! Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh, yeah. Fuck, wolf, come on!
Oh, that was close.
Douchebag. I mean, come on. Even if you're a wild, hungry animal, if something stabs you, you should be like, okay, jeez, and just run away. You know? I'm just saying. I mean, most animals would do that. They'd be like, okay. They know not to stick their nose into something sharp. But again, there's kind of a lot of Hollywood survivalism in this game. Like, yeah, just leaving Roth alone with a gaping, open leg wound from being mauled by a wolf was probably a good idea, you know? Although, like, we did have to go get the medical pack, but still. I'm just saying, he should probably be dead by the time we get back. He was in shock. That's fine. We've got a A-grade medical pack that has morphine in it, for some reason.
Right. Let's get you patched up.
Phew. An undiscernible amount of time later.
Roth.
Aww.
It's not bad. Where does a young lady like you learn to do a thing like that?
Late shift at the 9 Bells. Wolf's got nothing on a broken bottle.
Hey, you got it. Nice work.
So I assume the plan is to take that up to the radio tower.
Well, it should give us the best shot of broadcasting a strong signal in every direction. Look, Laura, we need to send out that SOS. And I'm not climbing anytime soon.
Yeah, I was afraid you were going to say that.
You can do it, Laura. After all, you're a Croft.
I don't think I'm that kind of Croft.
You just don't know it yet.
Well, let's hope I'm a fast learner then.
Ah, this is such a good game.
Just be careful, Laura.
Okay. Like I said, our axe got upgraded for us.
I can climb this.
So now we ditched that little spike on a bone for an actual climbing axe, and we can use it to climb walls. Imagine that, using a climbing axe to climb with. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's probably one of my more favorite scenes of the game, just because it's another example of why I like the writing in this game. How it seems, you know, self-aware. It's like, you know, you can do this. You are Lara Croft after all. You are kind of known for going on wacky hijink adventures like this. She's like, I don't think I'm that kind of Lara Croft. You know? Maybe I'm the different kind of Lara Croft. I'm the reboot Lara Croft, who doesn't kill a whole bunch of people and do crazy platforming and discovers Atlantis and fights demons. And he's like, yes you are, just shut up and go do it. It's okay. I wonder if she bandaged up her arm a little bit, as you can see there, but she still leaves that gaping hole in her fucking torso. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably not infected. There's no reason to give that medical attention, I'm sure. Ow. I think there's a GPS down here somewhere. While I'm talking about how much I like the writing in this game, I should probably mention that it was written by Terry Pratchett's daughter. Yeah, you know, the Discworld guy? His daughter wrote this game. And I think it shows sometimes. I also think, not just in the general writing quality, but the massive respect for the source material, you know, the original Tomb Raider games. It just has that Pratchett flair to things, I think. You can really see it sometimes, more sometimes in certain places than others. I do remember a lot of condescending interviews she got, during, like, the previews of this game, where people were like, hey, what do you think? Do you need to be a woman to write a good female character? And it's just like, some people. But whatever. This game really speaks for itself, and you know what? So does Rihanna. Right? I don't know if I'm saying her name right. I think it's Rihanna. Not Rihanna. Hold on. I'm gonna look that up, because I don't want to be disrespectful and pronounce her name wrong. Terry Pratchett, Wikipedia. While we're doing that, we have a secret tomb here that we're going through. Oh no, it is Rihanna. R-H-I-A-N-N-A Pratchett. I'm assuming it's Rihanna Pratchett. I was saying that, I was like, no, that sounds way too much like the singer to be right. Anyway, these are secret tombs. There are a couple of them throughout the game. They're cool little extra secret areas that are like very puzzle-based, as we'll see when we come into it. And one of the big jokes about this game was like, oh, it's called Tomb Raider, and the only tomb raiding you actually do is part of side quests. And it's like, these are people who have not played a Tomb Raider game since the first one, because you haven't been raiding tombs since the third fucking game, idiots.
Gilded figures, servants of the Sun Queen.
Like, they're trying to be like, oh, they're not even respecting the title of the game. It's like, did you people play Angel of Darkness? You probably didn't. And you probably just blocked it out from memory because it was so terrible. So after fucking Army of Darkness. After fucking Angel of Darkness, don't you talk to me about, like, oh, the tomb raiding in this game is optional. Like, thank God it's in here at all, really. I can't remember the last Tomb Raider game where you actually raided a tomb. So yeah, I'm kind of jumping right to the solution of this puzzle, but whatever. It's not very. Oh god, that was funny. It's not really interesting to just be like, and play dumb. Fuck it. I know the answer to these puzzles. I'm just gonna do them. If you want to be like, how do you do this puzzle? Play it yourself and try and be like, oh, what do I do? Because they're not that difficult. And I've done them enough to know them all by heart by now anyway. Anyway, that's the solution. Kind of short, really minor, but it was fun the first time, I guess.
Incredible.
You know, it is kind of a little bit of a like, how do you do this? It's kind of like uninteresting to see like, oh, I just figured out the solution like that. I know what the solution is. When you're just going through it, you are kind of like, how do I do this? So I don't want you to watch this and be like, oh, these puzzles are so easy. Everything's easy when you've done it half a dozen times.
Thank God for us training. All those treks, all those climbs. It's as if you'd been preparing me for something like this all along. It's clear that there are people living here, and they're organized. They're killing and recruiting. But why? It's like some kind of cult. But a cult of what?
Assholes?
What do they want?
What else are cults made of? So yeah, they hand wave a couple of like Lara's ability to survive in this game a little bit by saying like, oh, Roth is a friend of the family, obviously, and he trained her. She has survival training from him, and it's like, yeah, so in what world is she a trained survivalist? She's not good at this. I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm better. I'm not saying I know what the fuck I'm doing. But, like, I call it Hollywood survivalism. Like, these are things that only make sense in the world of a Hollywood action movie. But whatever, you know, you can kind of dismiss it. Like I said, she is a fucking sheltered young girl who, like, knows what to do, but she's probably never really done it before, you know, physically. Like, actually done first aid on someone, like, outside of, like, she made a little joke about, like, oh, I've seen bar fights. I've patched up some guys after some bar fights before. But, like, this is kind of, you know, a little bit more serious a situation. Yeah. He's doing pretty well.
Hey! You find anything? No, nothing. What? Nothing! There's no one up here!
Ooh, they can't hear each other.
Should we head back up to the bunker? Nah, let's wait out the storm. Got it! Stay alert! Let's move inside!
Probably put us on deck duty later. What do you think they use it for? What, radio tower? Yeah. It still works, right? Probably. You got people up there guarding it day and night. Other than anyway. You think he has a line on the outside? Why do you think most liners are cleaned up this far? What do you mean? Matthias knows exactly when a new ship is coming in. Always has plenty of time to prepare. So, he's fishing.
Ah.
He's not tired of our ships.
What is it?
But why?
Yeah.
He's trying to find her. You really believe in any of that? I don't know. Look, we should be talking about it. Let's just get some rest.
You're a bunch of assholes. Die.
I'll check it out.
Ah, you're on fire. Ah, you burned alive, and it was a terrible, agonizing death. But hey, look on the bright side. He probably died from smoke inhalation of his own burning flesh before he actually died of the fire itself. You know? Yeah. Gotta look on the bright side. Yeah. Anyway. Diary!
I have spoken to some of the villagers on the island. I was expressly forbidden to leave the palace, but this did not stop me. My duties here are clear. I must learn the truth, but the stories I uncovered defy belief. Rumors abound of the Queen's communion with the spiritual world. They say she commands the sun and the rain, that her lands are abundant by her will alone. This is certainly nonsense. But what can be the cause of such whispers? Is this how she controls her people? By engaging their primitive superstitions? I saw absolute reverence in their eyes when they spoke of her. Yet, I also sense fear. Her people are treated with fairness, taxed reasonably, and are well protected by her storm god. No wonder some of them even pray to her. It's as if she were more than just a queen to them. Spreading discontent through her people may well be a harder task than I imagined.
Unnatural. I think being a good ruler is entirely natural. Sorry. I mean, this isn't quite Kim Jong-il levels of psychotic devotion. I mean, she seemed to run a pretty tight ship, I'm just saying. Relic!
A kind of mortar and pestle.
Ooh.
Probably used for preparing medicinal herbs.
Awesome!
There are small bone fragments in the mortar well. Hopefully animal bones.
What, do you think it was used recently or something? More eggs. Collect the eggs. Why? Go back to that statue. There you go. It seems like there's a lot of stuff in this area, and it's only because there is, but we're not really supposed to be able to collect it all right now. We're coming back here later when we've got more stuff, don't worry. You're spared a little bit of manic collection for now. Figures. Yep. Jump. I'm gonna...
Lara, are you there?
Hey, Reyes.
Reyes, did you find Sam?
We're still on her trail.
I'm going to try and send an SOS from an old radio tower up here. Any tips?
Hey, Lara. You're gonna need to find the communications console. It'll look like a bunch of old switchboards.
Okay, I'll let you know when I find it.
That seems like a really long way up, but whatever.
Hey, wake up, we got an intruder! Come on, grab her!
Please! You don't need to do this!
Unfortunately, I need to do this.
I got a shot! I'm hit!
So yeah, starting out like this, Lara's very reactionary. You know, she's like, hey dude, leave me alone. She's very, animal backed into a corner, you know? A cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. I don't know why this game reminds me of Metal Gear Solid so much. But I like that. It gives a little sense of desperation to the combat, you know? Like, Lara's like, dude! And is just doing what she has to do to not die. And it makes things feel a lot more, like, gritty than they do in Uncharted, which I feel is a lot more cartoonish. For more reasons than one. Another good time for home videos. Why not? Feel like we're doing something.
I'm telling you, Reyes, it's mechanical, not an electrical problem.
Now, Alex.
This looks like it might be an electrical problem.
You think?
Oh, hello. Hey, who's this little fox, huh?
Oh, she's cute, huh? Yes, Alicia.
Alicia.
It's my daughter.
Oh.
14 years old.
Ew.
And smarter than you'll ever be.
She must get that from her father.
Don't give him the attention. And, yeah.
I'll take a look at this. Probably electrical. From her father. Nice one.
So I was on the lock, right? Doing a sort of midnight fishing.
Hey, Grim.
I like this guy. He's
I'll
cool.
put it with you. So I was on the lock, right? And this thing comes looming at me. Looming out of the water it was. So I give her a old Glasgow kiss, you know. Gets you out of trouble 9 times out of 10, that does. Took me a week to sleep that night off. And I've not touched a drop since. See you at dinner, fam.
I fucking love Scottish people. They're awesome. Scottish stereotypes are the best stereotypes. Oh. Scandalous!
Alright, can we take B-roll, please? Thank you.
Oh, you have
Dr.
an
James
actual
Whitman,
camera
15,
compared to the
take
fucking
3,
handheld
and
piece of
action.
shit you've been filming all this with.
Now, take a firm grip, and then slice him down the belly, like this. Yeah, you got...
Good Lord, cut! 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 Cut!
Yep,
Is he
pussy
coming
Bear
back?
Grylls, like I said.
I'll go get him.
World-renowned archaeologist. I discover...
The world-renowned archaeologist,
fish.
Mr.
I don't
Dr. James
cut
Whitman.
rare breeds of fish.
It's just a fish. It's
I know
fine.
it's just a
You're gonna be
fish.
fine.
This damned reality TV business. I'm meant to be bringing culture to the people, Sam, not dinner. No offense, Jonah.
The audience demands content, Dr. Whitman. You know that. So until we find the Lost Kingdom, we need footage like this. Come on, let's just take it from the top, okay? We're gonna make you look like Gordon Ramsay in editing. Dr. James Whitman, filler 15, take 4, action.
Okay, now take a firm grip, and then slice him down the belly, like that.
I've studied them so much, I can see charts on the back of my eyelids. But if I'm not right about Yamatai being in the Dragon's Triangle...
I remember when you found that on one of your father's digs. You ran up and showed it to me dressed in your penguin pajamas.
I was 5 years old, it was my first find.
Yeah. You've got great instincts, girl. You just have to trust them.
That's what my father used to say.
Now, there was a man that ran on instinct. For better or worse. He would have been so proud of you, Lara.
We're getting closer to the storm.
Now, whatever's coming, we'll get through it, eh?
As little flashbacks,
Okay, Lara.
quote unquote.
Pull yourself together. They're counting on you.
And as I've said before, you are the only capable person on this crew.
This coin probably found its way into Japanese circulation sometime in the mid-19th century.
Yeah, sure it did, Lara. I like those little flashback segments. They remind me a lot of, like, the first... not half. You know what, half, I think it was. Of, that... Peter Jackson King Kong movie. Where, like, The first half of it was just the crew dicking around on the ship. And it provided a lot of, like, character moments, character setup, character establishment. And it's kind of a good thing that they skipped most of it and just left it to little flashbacks like that, instead of having the first half of the game take place on the ship, giving you tutorials, whatever. Anyway, little bit of a pickle we have before ourselves here. Let's see if we can deal with it
Gotta go check in.
next time.
Nah, I'm good.